listening and you think, I think I'm a terrible person. You know, here I am so broke. In fact, my children are now taking care of me. I'm the person they're talking about.
There's hope,
you can change your story. My own story started to change in 2018. Years after I had finished university in 2008. 10 years later, I didn't have a coin to my name. I was an intelligent person. I was working in the corporate world. I had climbed the corporate ladder up to the top. I had made lots of money. I was traveling. I was well respected. I wasn't a stupid person here. I was with children, 3 children, married. My husband was dying because he was trying to manage the money and I was fighting him. I was fighting him because I felt like, why should we keep all this money when people need this? I was the same. I thought, give it to church, give it to people, retaining money. And I'm like, God will take care of us. I had this whole witchcraft almost mentality about money. How one day money will just come. We don't need to save it. I thought saving was for people who are
in any case,
you know God's plan. You know God's plan. It's such
but we plan and God laughs.
You're spiritualizing money because don't you wonder if it was about, it's not about being good or bad, being prayerful or having character. Otherwise, the best character people would have money.
But they don't.
The people who pray the most would have money.
But they
are usually the most broke. In fact, it's people who don't even know God that have money. That's why some people think they need to get out of church to get wealthy, but it's not true. It's what he said it's principles. Money respects principles. It's like gravity. Do you understand? Whether you're prayerful, if you go up, you're coming down.
Whether you fast
you come out of a 40-day thing, it's principle. Principle is principle. It doesn't respect your background, doesn't respect your education, your age, your skin color. You can be black and poor, white and poor. It doesn't matter. People think if you go to America, you'll get rich. You'll go there and be broker than before. And you won't even have a social system to support you. At least here, some people can help you. So it's not about escaping Uganda. People are getting wealthy in Uganda. I mean, we can fight in our generation. So for me, as you guys were speaking, I was thinking, the thing you said about principles, guys, for me when I was hearing those things in 2018, my pastor Apostle Mose wrote a book, Straightforward Financial Growth. It has our language, guys. Buy that book. It's like 30,000 Uganda shillings. It has our language shillings. You can understand it very well. It works. And he started teaching some of us. And I remember when I went to this course for 8 weeks, I was like, is he mad? Like I'm trying to respect
all of us did it.
Like, I'm trying to respect this man, but you can't tell me I have to get at least 10 income streams. I have a job. It consumes
Excuse me. Yes.
I can't earn more. Like I can only do one thing, and he required it of us. And because this is your pastor, you respect him. You're forced to think, but you're angry. I'm thinking I'll do it for 8 weeks, then I'll stop. Like you think about that stupidity. So we had to start earning money. And he said minimum 100 million a year. I was like 100 what? At that point I was earning like maybe 36 million a year.
He wants us to
I
steal.
was doing so well. Like who earns 100 million?
They are stealing.
They are thieves. You know you have to be a thief.
They are witch doctors.
I thought that money. They're from a other tribe. So, and I'm from that tribe. So anyway.
And yet you are not earning.
I was not earning it. Guys, we started by force. Started thinking, started baking things, started selling the scripture memory cards, started speaking engagements, started, we had to think, coaching people, because it was, you could not, and you had to earn money weekly. He said you earn weekly because you spend daily. And I just think, oh my God,
that guy.
Like money leaves you faster than it's coming in. And he was fighting with us because even him had the same story, 10 years, nothing. So he was recovering and saying, I'm taking others along with me. This thing works. You guys, money respects principles. Even with the little money we started, you see, it's principles, it's priorities. Because for me, I like the fact that if you give me 100,000 shillings right now in my hand, I have envelopes in my bag. Instantly. If it's I get 10%, put it in the tithe envelope. I get now what we used to do in Newton that was making us broke, my husband and I, we desired to be wealthy. But we were not committed to being wealthy. There's a difference between desire and commitment. Poor people desire to be rich. Rich people are committed to being rich.
So they'll pay the price.
So we had desire, and we would pray. We thought the devil is fighting us. Because we wanted to save.
The devil came to steal, to kill,
and destroy. So we're binding him. But you can bind all you want, and you'll be broke. This is the mistake we were making. We would get all our money. Once we get it, we would tithe. Tithe was non-negotiable. First thing you do is tithe. We had understood that one. We have never struggled in tithe. Tithe immediately. Then we would start sending it to different expenditure. Pay the rent. pay for DSTV,
Bills, utility.
pay school
already
fees,
see how it's
utility
ending.
bills.
Mm.
By the time
See how
you're
it's
done, you're
ending.
like, what is no money to
Communist.
save?
Communist.
These people are just what?
Saving.
These people are just unrealistic. We flipped it when we started in 2018. Tithe, then take off at least 20% of your income or 10%.
Yes.
To save.
Start small and save
Invest,
it.
yeah.
Guess what? You will live off of what is left.
Yes.
I realize that when you have 10 million, you'll spend all of it.
Exactly.
When you have
Yeah.
2 million, you'll figure out how to live within 2.
Yes.
When it increases to 20, you'll figure out how to increase to 20.
Yes. That's
true.
That is, for me, that's what, listen, if that's beyond that, because we can talk about investing. You can't invest if you've not saved.
Yeah.
What are you going to invest?
True. Yeah.
So for me, if it, as in, of course, now we save more than 20% and it's
Yeah.
easier, but guys, that 20% I felt like I was going to die.
Yeah.
And meanwhile, we managed our life. Then I even learned that when I get
yeah.
money, I don't expect. I hadn't planned to spend it, so I shouldn't. Because immediately I would remember a dress which I saw in the shop, a shoe on discount, a friend who needs know your address when you get money.
Yes.
That's when you get a phone call from a friend who
Yeah.
is in dire straits. And I'm those people who would, the thing of helping people, I would even start a business so that I can give money.
True.
Because my husband won't allow, he's saving all the money, I'll make a business so that I can. And it sounds noble, but eventually you'll be the one asking people for
foolishness.
help. It's foolish. Because the more you save and invest, eventually the money builds so
You have
much
enough.
that you
That
can
you have
help
enough
so
to help.
many people without dying.
Yeah.
But suddenly, guys, and this thing, it's a journey. In the beginning, you feel like it's principles for me, it's priorities. Start by put aside money for yourself before you take it to the supermarket. Because some people, Apostle asked us that question in the book, that how much money is yours? How much money do you earn? You're like, I earn 4 million.
It's like,
No,
really?
let's
Where is yours?
ask the 4 million where it goes. 10% goes to the church. After that, you give rent. Then you buy clothes. Then you
Fees.
pay fees.
Yes.
Then you buy
Umeme.
water. And then you buy electricity. Then you buy fuel. Then you pay your loan. When you're done, actually, you've spent 4.5. In fact, you have
You have
500K.
borrowed.
So you actually don't earn any money. You don't earn anything.
As
You
you.
get money to
As
pass
you.
it on to
As
people.
you, yes.
You're a courier
I
of
had her
money.
preaching it. I had you preaching
It's so
it, and I could
painful.
have thrown like a
You were
stone
about to-
at my
couriers.
PC. And the PC went
Seriously,
She was
Manuela.
like, "You guys are just
Your couriers,
office attendants
yeah,
taking
money.
money."
You're taking it to the
They
market
announce-
vendor,
Oh my goodness.
and you know what it did to me the first time I had that thing, like someone hit me.
Yeah.
I was like, what do you mean? So people, because when you're with your friends and you say you earn 10 million, you
They are
feel
like,
great,
wow.
but you actually
Yeah,
earn
liko.
nothing.
Yeah.
You get money to pass it on. When I understood that thing, baby,
Yeah, it
the
was
moment I catch money,
Yes.
I take off my money. And then I take off God's money because I realize that the only money that's truly mine is not what I
saved.
earn.
So,
Guys, your earnings are not your money.
that's true.
You're simply a courier because when I get money and I go to the shoe seller and I give them the money, was it mine?
Is it yours?
It's
It's
theirs.
the
It's
shoe
not
seller.
mine.
You've made
The
them
only
wealthy.
you've made them wealthy. You've
Yes.
just become less money. And the day that thing hit me, it's like all my indiscipline and all my nonsense because you can be an argumentative fool. When it comes to money, we are so emotionally charged
so
about
emotional.
things,
Defend.
but you're broke.
Yeah.
And guys, I didn't think that we could ever own property. Or we could ever build a home, or we could ever have savings, or we could have. I thought that stuff was for a chosen few who God like smiles upon. And in the beginning, the money looks little when you're putting it away. You guys, you can be like, will we? I remember I'll tell my brother because he likes financial management. I'll tell him, you know what, it doesn't work. I can't be there, and after 6 months, I have 500,000. I'm an adult. Like those are the savings, and you'd say, but it's 500K more than you had before. And that statement made no sense to me. I would feel like, no, it's still, but you see it compounds.
Yes, it
and then you
does.
start to feel great about it, and then you realize that you can control money. It's not about emotions.
Yeah.
You can get it, put it there. Now you can get money and save 70%.
Yeah.
And yet you have needs meanwhile.
Yes, true.
But you know that, no, this is for the future. Let's put it here. You can get money and say,